planted in your life to show you things.
Hola,
and you're starting
hola.
to see that one by one, like, okay, this is what this person showed me. Like, you could have given a gift to someone.
Go follow my
and
bestie, Bridget
it was
Cosby,
something
right
nice
here.
to do.
And happy holidays and Christmas Eve for everybody to
And you give them this gift and they act weirdly about it. Like, they love it, but they act weird about it. They didn't really say thank you to you.
Hola, hola.
Oh, cool.
I know you love the froze.
It's like, it's giving that. So you might have learned a lesson of, okay,
and one of them good old Han Solo carbonated sleeps.
That's one.
So I'm probably gonna get back to rest soon. The spirit definitely needs some resties.
Someone that could have done you a lot of harm if you had let them. But they weren't telling you the truth, and 2 + 2 was not equaling 4 with them, so you were like,
yeah, the math ain't mathing.
Pull back. They're like, I can show you the world, and you're like, nah.
Dip. Several, bestie. Several.
Right? You're like, there ain't nothing magical, and there ain't nothing magical. There ain't nothing magical about this cover, right? Like, get me off of this thing. So yeah, there were a couple different people planning in your life to show you things. So you're like, I see where you're like a little concerned. Did I pass that test? Did I fail it?
All right, bestie, I'll come back. Even my remote's dying.
Test result. Okay,
that's what we're doing on there?
Energy, the collective isn't.
There we go. PS5 remote's dying, so let's just get right into this download of Think Differently, Daily Motivation, and No Filter, a little hybrid, because I really don't know what I'm going to do. Spirit gave me that gentle nudge, just like, let's do a video for them on the holidays, even though we don't celebrate holidays, but I know a lot of people do, and we embody that good feeling energy that's floating around the atmosphere. We're not concerned about what has taken place to create the holiday, if you know what I mean. So the energy goes where the focus flows. All right, remember that. Wherever the focus flows is where the energy goes. It's vice versa. All right. So let's just jump right into it because I've had an adventurous Hobbit week. Okay, I may be speaking in codes on some things because I have a situation I got to deal with on Friday. So we want to keep it copacetic because there's a lot of devilish energies out here that are doing their damnedest and most desperate maneuvers to keep us chosen ones down, but it ain't happening because we're already victorious. So let's just jump right into that scenario actually before I even go any further. All right. So this is going to be a good lesson for people that are going through situations within their family or friends, and you want to be loving about it and present yourself with love first and foremost and always, right? Oh, baby jeez. So let's just get it right into it. So I'm at the stage now where I'm working on trusting people, re-entering my family and working through those scenarios and working on communication and love, period, so we can continue those same good traits with the next generation if we're fortunate enough to have kids, or just for the next generation that are paying attention to our movements as chosen ones and light warriors, right? In the 5D realms. As I'm speaking, my ancestors out there, real windy. I love it. It's just nippy McGippy out there, so I'm going to keep the window closed. I don't want my nipples puncturing the shirt. I'm like, oh my God, what is he doing? It'll be really no filter, right? I ain't gonna do all that today. No belly dancers. So let's just get right into it again. Okay. You know me, my ancestors sometimes have me floating around. So me and my other 2 brothers are dealing with a very toxic brother right now. Unfortunately, it's just what it is. All right, no filter. I'm working on just saying what it is and not worrying about who it offends, but we want to do it within the loving frequency. But once again, I'm a sword, so I'm just a messenger. All right, bada bing. You know I love all of y'all. Hence subconsciously, I be saying these disclaimers, and you know what I mean? Which is good because I'm a scale. All right, I don't want to always be just blunt and directing shit to you because communication, there's an art to communication, right? So I want you all to resonate and digest this message versus me standing on a podium seeming like I'm cussing people out and I'm almighty, I know it all, and I'm not here to learn. No, that's not the case. I'm a student of life, so if I'm wrong, hey, I'm wrong, forgive me. All right? I'm working on saying I'm not sorry. I'm working on not saying I'm sorry, because we're not sorry. That's why I highly recommend, if you happen to offend somebody or do something that you know you could have presented or delivered better, just say, forgive me. I didn't mean to, forgive me. So you can eradicate a lot of these negative words, because remember, words carry life or death. Just remember that. Okay, so always speak positiveness about yourself and others, and then watch how the universe bends its will to make sure you get whatever you are radiating off your vessel. All right, so always stay high vibrating. Always stay high vibrating. Okay. So me and two of my other brothers met at my dad's house. That is an Airbnb right now. And one of my brothers is staying there that came from out the country. If you know, you know. So, my dad's been in and out the hospital. He's staying at my other brother's apartment right now. Because my other brother's staying at my dad's house. And he's the one that's just toxic and causing a lot of high blood pressure and all that shit. So we want to keep our dad alive as long as we can. And my dad's birthday just passed on Monday. It was the 22nd. But on Saturday, we were having a little birthday party for him. We initially wanted, that was my stomach growling, I need to get something to eat. We initially wanted to have that party for him at the house. At his house, not the apartment. So my brothers thought it would be a good idea for us to meet up at my dad's house on like a few days back, all right? I can't remember right now because time blends in together even though time doesn't exist. So me and my other brothers were outside the house while my other brother was in the kitchen. And we're coming up with the game plan. This is funny. This is where it gets like Tommy Boyish. If you know, you know, okay? So we're outside. We're like, okay, we're going to go inside. As respectful adults, calmly talk to him about the game plan. Let him know that, hey, please stop being toxic. We want to bring dad home where his health is very sensitive. We can't be having arguments. And even, see, I need to grow. Someone's like, are we going to eat yet? I was like, baby J's. Get some water. Little Bob Marley diets. If you know, you know. During one of in one of Bob Marley's documentaries, he talked about how he grew up poor and he didn't really have dinners or anything. He didn't have many meals throughout the day. So his mother said, you better drink some water, basically, you know. That alleviated their appetite as much as possible, was just drinking water. Hence, I had that reference. After you all heard my stomach acid, if you did, it's like baby J's. So we're outside going over the game plan. And remember, Tommy boy, if you know, you know. So we're all outside carefully going over the plan like some football players, like drawing X's and circles in the dirt. Like, okay, you're going to be over here. All right, now I'm going to pump fake or whatever, bada bing. And I'm going to bootleg that joint. And then we're going to score, bada bing, right? So we go over that joint. Okay, we're going to eat soon. I promise you. I crushed those. Crushed like a lot of cake last night. And of course, when you eat late at night, then you wake up and then it's ready to get some more grub. Like, where's some food? Refuel me. I want food now. I was like, okay, just chill out. Baby J's. Get something to eat. Whew. So we're outside going over the game plan, drawing the X's in the circles and all that shit, right? Like we playing some fucking tic-tac-toe and some shit, right? So my older brother was like, yo, bet. Y'all shut the fuck up. I'm going here calmly, talked about it, bangs. And we're going to tell them the game plan. And hopefully there'll be no arguments. So me and my other brothers, all right, bet. You taking lead? Bet. I don't even want to say that. He said, sound like I'm manifesting it. But in my mind, when we went over that, I was like, okay, I hope this goes good. But not to be biased, I believe I would have been the best candidate to speak to my other brother. But we'll get there. So we all go in the house after we do the Hooray Bundy or Whoa Bundy, you know, from Married with Children. If you know, you know. So we go inside the house, and then my older brother goes in there, takes lead like we agreed outside. And then my other brother's cooking. And so my brother goes up to him and is like, hey, what's going on? They haven't seen each other for years. My other brother's been out the country for like 6 years, and so they haven't seen each other for years. So that was the first time they encountered each other. And so they're talking, and then my older brother just grabs the pans from my other brother while he's cooking and just puts them down. He's like, okay, we need to talk. This can wait. And then they started going at it a little bit verbally. And then my other brother that took the pan gently grabs my brother and just say, hey, come over to the kitchen. And then my other brother just yanks away and just literally just starts screaming at all of us. So what the fuck you doing? I haven't seen you in 6 years. Why the hell are you doing this? Get off me, get off me. And then it turns into my brother that was yelling at my older brother. He grabs the pool chair from our living room and starts swinging at us. He hits me in the arm. While I'm like, I'm like, what the hell's going on? So he hits me in the arm with the chair, at the end of the chair, and then he punches my older brother in the back of the head while he has his phone in his hand. And then he calls the cops, like, get out the house, you devils. And I'm looking at him like my other two brothers, and his face turns white, and I'm literally like shocked. I see the Jezebelian spirit jump right into him. I was like, shit. And mind you, I was saying the whole time while they were talking, and then my other brother just goes crazy and just ballistic. I was like, this is not what we came here for. It is like Tommy Boy. Like, we came here to be calm and diplomatic, and it turned out to be like some alrighty then. Hey, do you want to buy this truck? No, alrighty then. It was just like that. Now I'm looking at my brother like, what the fuck? So we're like, me and my other brother laughing like telepathically, like, what the fuck's going on? But we weren't laughing once we saw my other brother that was cooking in the kitchen turn into a straight devil. Confirmation, bitches. So I back up, I push my other brother away. I feel his heart beating, like, he's like, what the fuck's going on? So I was like, all right, we got to get out of here because he got the Jezebelian spirit in him. And we got to go. And then he's like, I'm going to call the cops. Get out of here, you devils. Get out of my house. We're like, this is not even your house. What the fuck are you talking about? And he's saying this to the cops. So he runs upstairs, calls the cops. So we go out the house, and we just sit there and wait for the cops to show up. So we talk to the cops calmly, like, hey, man, we're here to talk to my other brother calmly about we want to bring my dad home since he just got out of the hospital. He wants to celebrate his 80th birthday. This is his house. But unfortunately, we have a toxic brother in there that we can't have him around my dad due to my dad's sensitive health. You know, we don't have him like heart attack, whatever the case is. The less stress, the best, right? And so the cops understand. And when the cops pull up, my other brother comes out immediately from the front door and says, hey, those are my three brothers right there that assaulted me. And me and my other brother, we didn't even touch you, okay? And I don't even like saying my other brother, none of us assaulted him, okay? Let's just say that. And then, so the cops go inside, talk to him, and then they end up pressing charges on my brother that hit us with the chair, 2nd degree. And so after that night's over, the cops like, okay, there's no charge. We just got to get all y'all's information. They leave. And they tell us what we possibly need to do to get him off the premises. And so Saturday, me and my other brother go to the house, you know, the house that we were just at a few days ago that the cops got called. I like to stutter. So me and my other brother go there, and we just start sweeping up to get ready to bring my dad home for the 2 o'clock December 20th birthday party we want to have for him. And we're there sweeping up, getting ready. And 2 of our friends that we haven't seen comes to the house that we invited for the party. They get there, and then we're all chilling, reminiscing while we're cleaning up. And then all of a sudden, I look out the door, and we notice 2 cops walking up to the front door. And I'm like, what the fuck is this about? In my mind, my spidey sense like, it's probably yada yada. Call the cops again. And as soon as they come to the front door, then my brother downstairs that called the cops initially comes up with 2 protective orders and just says, hey, man, this is protective order against bada bing and bada bing. They assaulted me. And me and my brothers, what the fuck's going on? And so long story short, the cops read the protective orders, said we have to vacate the premises, and then we have to go to court the day after Christmas on Boxing Day. I think that's a Canadian thing. I don't know. It could be worldwide. I don't know. But it's one of the cops said that's like, yeah, that's on Boxer's Day. So me and my brother got to go to court the day after Christmas for some bullshit due to my other brother wanting to fucking call the cops on some, there's more to the story. But bada bing. It all goes down to not knowing yourself in life, and then seeing other people do good, and then all of a sudden they pull some desperation devil maneuvers. It's really like The Fallen out here. If you haven't seen that movie, The Fallen, it's really going on. The spiritual warfare, just negative energies jumping into one vessel to the next vessel. That's why all last year when I was seeing Megan, the Draconic Priestess, and Freya Ray just turned straight devils and Judases, it's like ass. That's why I was watching Brittany's latest video now, and she was talking about it too. She was like, yeah, Alonzo, or the collective people that go through our situations, that we don't have long-lasting relationships, and that's why we have a lot of PTSD we're working through, because it can be challenging and adventurous to trust people, because we've seen all the traits of someone that wants your good company and your good graces. Then the next moment they flip and they get jealous and envious, and then they do some backstabbing shit behind you and spread your name amongst their community to make you look like the villain when they're the ones who initiated the whole thing to begin with. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't have the eyes to see, you don't have the ears to hear, then, if you don't know, you don't know. But if you know, you know. So it's like you got to know how all the realms work that I'm learning through very precisely due to my beautiful light. I was going to say your real name. I just don't want to say it wrong. So it's very beautiful. Asifa? I love it. You know what I mean? But due to your spiritual therapist's guidance, I'm seeing shit that I was blinded to last year. I was liking a lot of your videos right last year because I was blinded by the love of Megan and Freya Ray's fake titties ass and all that other shit. It's all from Love and Foundation. You guys, it's karma. Karma is exposing you. It's what it is. It's just what it is. You know me, I always operate off the Love and Foundation. But when I encounter people that show me Judas traits, you will get displayed, because I can't just let that slide, because that's not me being a good role model and example. By letting you all into my life transparently, I need to show you that I'm getting told to show you exactly what happens within these realms, so we can have an official blueprint and path to follow, a yellow brick road path to follow, versus a lot of perpetrators out here rocking Halloween mask and lying to their viewers. And then that's where a lot of it's having difficulties with that word, but that's where a lot of chaos and confusion and lost in translation. I was about to say, obscurity happens, something, ambiguity, Mercury's still in there, but it's just a lot of confusion that can happen when you have these fake role models. That's why a lot of these people in like Hollywood and the music industry is getting called out. I was just seeing a documentary about Jay-Z yesterday, about some guy on YouTube that was just breaking down how corrupt Jay-Z's been, how like all of his money he's made has been off the manipulation of all the other artists, and they all point out Beanie Siegel, Freeway, and Meek. I was about to say Meek Mills, but Memphis Bleak, and just all these artists that they show patterns. If you're a pattern king, then you follow the money, you see how it is. Like the deal structures were set up where it just happened to keep the person in debt, and never, like all the recruitments that the artists have to pay after the album's done, video shoots, Jay-Z making an appearance on their album, they got to pay more money, and Jay-Z had a deal structured where he had other subsidiary companies. Basically, he owned all of his artists' music, the way the contract was set up. He had like shell companies that he owned and ran that took the percentages and the publishing rights. It went deep, and I passed out last night when I was watching it, but just a lot of people are getting exposed, and a lot of us looked up, and some people still are blinded by the artist's music. Because me and my client were talking a few weeks ago, and she was saying, yeah, I know a lot of people got to separate the artist from the person. Because if the person's spirit's nasty, we can't validate, their music was good, I fucked to their music, so that alleviates everything they've done. I don't care if they're sex trafficking or whatever. I don't care. Their music's awesome. Like, damn, I think I made an analogy a few months ago. If I was working for like a company and I heard like screams and torturing children and sex trafficking down below our feet, I wouldn't be in no break room and say, hey man, what are you guys doing on Friday? You want to catch a movie? And hear everybody downstairs screaming and getting killed. And I'm acting like I don't hear none of that shit. But that's a that relates to a lot of demographics out here that just take a paycheck and close their eyes and turn a blind ear, or whatever the saying is, so they can keep their living going on. Like, that karma is not going to attach to them. Like, well, I'm just here for a paycheck. I don't care what they do. A lot of people's mentalities are like that. Like, when I'm encountering a lot of people, when I have, you see where they're at, and it's all respect to where they're at. Okay, you can't change people, like Cheetah Claus has to remind me at times. Okay, because I'm not here to change people, not at all. I don't mean that. If it comes out, I'm just being a messenger. But I'm here to change the algorithms. I'm here to change the algorithms for us to wake up and get out this 3D indebted system and materialistic running the world and just sex, drugs, and just backwards. So I'm here to correct that and bounce that out and raise the frequencies to the original frequencies that Mother Gaia emits, which she's doing now, unbeknownst to us that are not in tune, but people that are in the know, they know. So we know there's a lot of corrections happening out here. Waters are getting purified. The air is getting better. The 3D light-coded matrix is breaking down. The political structures are reorganizing. There's a lot of things going on behind the scenes that are ushering in this 5D Earth properly. So we're just removing all the toxic people, all the cancers, so we can know how to navigate properly, and we can see the Judases and the devils from a distance because they're radiating that energy. Confirmation, bitches, because we're getting to the point where we can read energies better, right? So people can do all that, but we already know what's radiating off their aura. It's just like the movies They Live. I was wearing my shades yesterday, and my brother was like, "Oh, you looking like They Live." I was like, "Yeah, that's the world we're in. You gotta know. You gotta have your different perspectives, okay? Your different shades, like some Cyclops shit." All right, that's the devil. Stay away from them. So it's awesome to know that, so you can have a clear roadmap on how to navigate within the 3D, 5D, 6D, 7D. Like, it's just awesome to have the cosmic roadmap to be able to see all fabrics of life and know how to interact with all different frequencies and knowing how to meet people at their frequency too. It's like some true chameleon shit, right? It's awesome. You just have to have major discernment too. Like, I'm going through the period, like, I haven't had sex in 6 years, right? And I'm holding down until until me and my collective meet, right? My soulmate, whatever. I don't like using these terms, but you know what it is for the new people on here too. I just want to be as understandable as possible. The more people that understand this message can spread the message, just like how Yeshua wanted, spreading the message properly to the right areas. And so, like, I get tempted too. Like, I told my girls, like, I'm gonna be loyal to you, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be posting up all these females and stuff. And at times it gets tempting. I was like, baby Jace. But once you recognize the cosmic realm and the perspective, there's a lot of lower frequencies and succubuses out here that want your pure energy. So I'm glad I'm at that point now. Because I think the other day I was talking to my brother and I had a Sigmund Freudian slip. I was like, man, I can't wait to squeeze some cheeks. And I realized it was an old thinking pattern of my lower frequency self, what I used to find myself doing around the holidays, you know what I mean? Around Thanksgiving, go to the bars, drink, kidnap something, you know what I mean? Just some like cuffing season type shit. It's wintertime, you want to hibernate, you want to have some nice warm cheeks to squeeze. But then I realized, like, I don't want just surface level, just squeezing cheeks. I literally just had a dream the other day, just a few hours ago, that I was thinking about writing down. Like, I was in the bed with this one girl. I was rubbing her cheeks, and then I pulled my hand away real quick, like being a gentleman. But that's not a gentleman thing to do in the first place without permission, right? But she's like, no, keep on doing that. I was like, all right, bet. I was rubbing her cheeks, and then we jump in somebody's bed. But then, like, the window's open right next to the bed. And then I'm seeing everybody on the porch or something, just looking and walking around. And then we both closed the blanket. We both closed the curtain. And then I just start, playing with their beanies and shit. No filters, hopefully your kids ain't out in the room. So I just remember just playing with that joint. I was happy as a motherfucker. I was like, oh shit, I haven't had pussy in a minute. Bada bingy, right? You know, I haven't lost the touch. I know the motion. Like bada bang with the fingertips. The legs started getting wider, right? And then I fucking woke up. I was like, ain't that a bitch? And I was trying to picture who it was. Like, who was in the bed with me? Crazy, right? But there's more to that dream too. But that's all I remembered. But I was like, man, I don't want to be some hornball right now. And I was in the bed playing with somebody. Confirmation messages. Little 11 a.m. on my planet. If you know, you know. December 24th. So, fucking, I woke up excited as a motherfucker. I was like, yeah, see what the fuck was in this? Felt so real, but it is real, you know, in your astral travels. And then, yeah, so long story short, I'm getting tempted by a lot of these loving, lustful energies too. So that could have been a lustful energy in my dream. It's 2601, if you know, you know. So yeah, I'm noticing that, and I'm keeping myself balanced because I don't want to go backwards and give my energy to the wrong vessel, because everything's an energy transfer. So we got to be careful of the energies we're exchanging. Even sex means a sacred exchange. I think that's what sex actually means. Sexual exchange. Sexual energy exchange. I think that's what that means. Sacred energy exchange. I think that's what sex means. Like I learned a few days ago what the word fail means. Like me, give you guys a few seconds. Do you know what the word fail means? Like the acronym for fear stands for false evidence appearing real. That appears real. So fail, I didn't even know was like an acronym either. But supposedly fail stands for failed in, what is it? First attempt in learning. Yeah, first attempt in learning. That's what I believe fail means. Like, I didn't know. You learn something new every day. I think the word team means something also. I think I learned that from a Magic Johnson documentary. Team means together each accomplish more. Together each accomplishes more. That's what team means, right? Right? So a lot of us are saying words that we don't know the origin of. And some people are not grasping the power that these words that we're saying holds over us if we're just saying them robotically. And a lot of people that are in the know of the powers of language and so forth want a lot of us to keep on being ignorant and just saying phrases that were put in our lexicon on purpose to keep us operating at like a subdued level. And I'm highly recommend that we go back to the origin of everything as far as you want to go. And then you'll be a lot more comfortable in that foundation, and you'll be a lot more aware of what's coming out of your mouth. Which, to bring back to the foundation of it all, with my brother that called the cops on us. In his life right now, he doesn't know who he is. I'm telling my other brothers that. I was like, I know the symptom of this. And the symptom of basically everything comes down to not knowing oneself. Because if you don't know oneself, then you can see the actions a person takes by not knowing themselves. They're like subconsciously looking for themselves, and the people that are in play that socially structured this life we're in, a social construct, they know the people that are lost, how they're going to navigate, because they've been on this planet for eons. They know the symptoms and the traits. So that's why they have all these businesses that are created for people that are lost, and colleges and educate. There's a lot of things that are involved for people. Not saying all these institutions are bad, okay? It's perspective. But let's just say that a lot of businesses take advantage of people that are not in the know, and they take advantage of your ignorance. That's just bottom line. They monetize off a lot of people's ignorance. Okay, so if you don't know yourself, like my brother doesn't know himself, he's just like running away from himself. He had to go out the country for 6 years, and the same problems were chasing him. And he comes back, and same problems. And I was like, hey man, you need to find yourself, otherwise you're just gonna keep on doing these same things. And I don't know if my brothers know that or not. We're on the phone now. My brother's calling me. Make this real quick. Oh, baby Chase. Talk to me.
Happy Baby J Day.
Happy Baby J Day. Well, I'm doing a live video now talking about all the bullshit we went through and coded. So, yada yada. I'm just saying I'm doing a video right now, so what's good? Make it quick.
Bullshit that we went through.
I'm just talking about the mole man when he did that shit.
Probably shouldn't be talking about that.
I did it in a creative way, so it's all good. So make it fast. This is a good video right now.
Make it fast.
Yes, my son. What's good?
I'll come in here to smack you up with the #1 phone pan that you be waving at the stands.
The foamy finger in the stands. Yeah, he's very cute. He's very cute. Okay, you got 2 seconds. Let's joke.
Yeah, come scoop you up. I need a request for you to sign this affidavit for me. Maybe I should sign one for him too. Should I sign one for Zoe as well?
What is that, though? What do I need to sign that for?
Zoe said he was breaking them up. Does that count as putting his hands on him?
Hey, guys, I love you. It's a good episode. We'll be back next time, but stay tuned for another episode of No Filter. Think differently and daily motivation. Love yous. And happy Christmas Eve or whatever day you happen to land on this. I think today is Thursday, right? No, today is Wednesday. So happy Wednesdays. I love yous. Take care.